I told Richard, if you hit this, you need to start ring shopping tomorrow. I did. I had that nigga buying rescue pets and all kind of shit.
Yo, Moniece, what are you talking about right now?
Cause Sean said that we're delusional. Women live in this world where y'all hit it one time and then we go together, and that's not the truth. And I was in the comments saying,
that's not what I said. And I will say what I said.
Like, y'all live in
I will say it slow. I will say it slow. I said,
what you say, Sean?
And you welcome to do your mo thing soon as I said. Many relationships start where it gets intimate and a woman tells you, yo, I'm cool. I'm not looking for a man, this, that, and the third. We just doing whatever. And that's their words. We just doing whatever. But let 2 months pass by. Then it becomes, we need to talk. I'm not just going to be sleeping with a nigga. Like, what are we doing here? And every man knows, I don't care if a woman tells you she's not looking for a man. I don't care if a woman tell you we just doing whatever. Hit it long enough and she going to completely forget about everything she told you when you first started sleeping with her and then start, what are we doing here? Because you ain't going to be sleeping with me and nobody else.
I feel like that's a woman who already knows where a man is or isn't and tries to play along with it and then feels like, I'm going to put it on this nigga, and then a couple months down the road, watch, I'm going to get him.
Maybe.
But me, I know what I want. And so I was young, but I was like, I'm going to be married. And I am. And I'm going to be in a relationship. And if we do the do, you're going to be my boyfriend. And Rich was like,
real bad.
I was like, I said what I said. If we do the do, you're going to be
my
boyfriend.
So hold on. You actually told Rich this.
Rich, am I a liar? Am I lying?
When I went to Boston, when me and Moniece, see, this whole today's conversation can encompass me and Moniece's relationship.
Really?
Yeah. So we had the long distance thing going on because she was in LA and I was in New York. So we were talking on social media. We were commenting on each other's stuff. We were FaceTiming. We was phone calling, all of that. So that was kind of our vetting process. So then when she went to Boston, she was like, yo, meet me in Boston. So she had already specified that, yo, if we have sex, if you my man, real bad, like that whole situation. So if you come to Boston, nigga, and you put your PD in me, then you just understand what the fuck it is. And so I went to Boston, I put my thing inside her, and it was what it was. Then moving forward, the sociological thing where he's like, yo, people don't want to do things that they've done in the past. I bought Moniece a dog. Fucking dog cost me $1,500.
And it was a rescue pet with crooked eyes and his tongue hanging out.
Not him.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the little white fluffy one.
I bought her a little Pomeranian that she swore by.
Oh, Dollaz,
she swore by this dog. Richie, I did the research. I did it all. This dog is perfect. Oh my God, the man got a website. He got a bunch of beautiful dogs. She goes and buys this Pomeranian. Boom, boom, boom. I freaking send her the money. $1,500 later, this fucking dog dies in like 3 days. This nigga ain't got no shot. This nigga ain't got nothing going on.
He died from Harvo.
He died from Harvo. Some shit that puppies, you're not even supposed to sell puppies with Harvo. This motherfucker goes on the website gone. Man gone.
I had Rich was in tears. Rich was calling the nigga, leaving voicemails, cussing the nigga out. He changed his number.
Changed his number. Nigga shut his website down. And then we're sitting here and I'm like, well, Moniece, when you went, I got all the blood niggas I can muster in California. We finna go down to San Diego. And she tells me, no, Richie, he brought me the dog. Of course he did. This nigga bought you a sick dog. Don't want you to know where he lives at. Of course he bought you the dog. Anyway, sociological. That's why I would never That's why you have empathy for somebody. If any girl knows why I would never buy her anything, it's because the motherfucking dog is gonna die in 3 days, as far as I'm concerned. So nobody could get another motherfucker from me.
Don't put that on me.
Okay,
So,
can I say one thing, and then y'all two can do what you do. See, and I'm not telling you this because you here, Mo. I'm telling you this because it's so real. Ladies, listen up, right? That conversation that them two had. Now, if they don't work out after, it was laid out before they went to the point of no return. It was laid out before she did something that I may later regret. Letting another man into my body. She put it out there. He agreed to it, whether in words or in that 3.5-hour trip from New York down 95 to Boston. But the bottom line is, that's what we always talk about on the show. Y'all want to go into these situations. I'm just doing whatever. I'm good right now. Like we define the terms. The fact that they didn't work out, at least both of them, or at least Mo, take Rich out of it. Because I don't know why y'all didn't work out. But
she's crazy.
You can
Richard wasn't
leave
ready to get married
with your head up high, knowing I did my part. I didn't like the expectations were set. What I was looking for was there. That's all we're saying. Have the hard conversations up front. End the story. But go ahead, it's on y'all. Good job, No Mo.
Listen, I got stuck. I had travel issues. I couldn't update y'all on the date.
We know you crossed to the other side. Tell us.
We get to this amazing restaurant. I beat him there. I text him. I'm waiting for him at the bar. I get ready to text him to ask him if he wants me to order him anything while I wait. And he walks in. We're talking about his work trip. They seat us. He asks me about my most recent relationship. I was hesitant to go into it.
Because
then
it's a
goes
girl.
into how he Googled me and he likes me with long black hair. Automatically, when you tell me you've Googled me, I don't like it. I'm talking to him.
Why? But why? I gotta ask why. Because if he knows you're a public figure, and that's the easiest way to get the information that he needs.
Because if you're not from this world and he's corporate and having nothing to do with entertainment, and he has everything to do with the medical industry, you would read Google and think I was a complete psycho, deadbeat, just crazy person. And that's now a boundary for me. I have a boundary with friends and family. Don't ask me about celebrity friends. Don't ask me about the show. When we're at home or we're at a family function, talk to me about me. Don't ask me about what you saw on the blogs. Is it real? Do you know this person? Get to know me. And I'm not, like, what I do is not who I am. And you would want that same grace. You, sir, have gotten to live your life, fuck up, make mistakes, just none of us got to see it, so we don't get to judge. Every person that you encounter gets to know the new you, whether that's a new you because you went through something last week, last month, last year, 5 years ago. At every pivotal, life-changing, earth-shattering, soul-shaking event in your life, be it good or bad, you didn't have to go through it in front of the world with millions of people forming opinions on you. Right?
Understood.
So I don't like that. What I do is not who I am. What you do, and though you make a bunch of money, I didn't just automatically assume you were an entitled, pretentious white man. Right? I didn't automatically assume that you just want a black woman to lay down with and then go on about your merry way. We talked about marriage. He wants to be married again. We talked about our children. We talked about our careers. We talked about our families. We talked about our grief. His son passed away last year. the same way my cousin passed away in a car accident. So we talked about that. He then says, I have to be honest. So he boasts and brags about his best friend being Will Ferrell, who went to my high school, by the way. Tiffany Haddish went to my high school. America Ferrera went to my high school. D.L. Hughes.
All right.
Point is, to him, you're boasting and you're bragging. Just so you know, I am an educated, articulate Black woman, and the same people that you're boasting and bragging about, we got the same education, sir. So then he goes on to say, I have to be honest, and I don't mean to be rude. I don't think I would want to date you. And that made me cry. And I
He told
cried,
you
and
that?
he's like, oh my God, why are you crying? And I was like, this is just a recurring theme when you're on this side of the fence. This side of the fence being in the public eye. You have asked me a series of questions. I have asked you a series of questions in our efforts to mutually get to know each other. I have been single and celibate for almost a solid year, working on myself, and that's not a him issue. And I said, so this is not a you issue. It's a realization for me that this might always be my reality unless I date within my race, within my field, and within my age bracket, which has always been hell for me. And now I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, and for the first time in almost a year, to this. You've been holding my hand. You've said things like, I need you to hurry up and like me so I can take you away, and blah, 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 blah. And then we go to the wine bar. We have an amazing kiss, and this is what threw it off. A white lady looks at me and goes, are you okay? I said, are you talking to me? She said, yeah, are you okay? He immediately pipes up. What is that supposed to mean? I said, don't worry. I got it. Let's just go. I said, but just,
I didn't.
yes.
What does it mean?
I said, yes, I'm fine. I don't know why you would think that I wasn't okay. Oh, no. And she was clearly intoxicated. She goes, I said, I don't know why you would think that I'm not okay, but just so we don't have any further issues, I'm just fine. I'm enjoying a pleasant evening with this amazing, handsome, and intellectual man, and we are just fine. Thank you for your concern. She's like, well, I'm just a woman who's all about women, and, we just live in such a crazy world. I said, we do. And the fact that you just asked that question proves your point. We live in a crazy world, and you're a crazy individual for asking a stranger if she's okay in a public setting, and she's clearly fine, not crying, asking for help, none of that.
All right, but you're jumping around. I got to get back to the point where the man said he don't want to be with you.
He just said, oh, it seems
on a date. So that's where I'm lost.
So at the end, this is at the end,
okay.
After the woman does what she does. So now I've got to drive. Remember, I told y'all he asked if he could send me a car. And I said, no, I paid my driver, who I'm comfortable with, because I also don't want to give you my address. When we talked about dating differently, you don't need my address. I haven't actually had a date with you yet, even though we've been talking for 2.5 months. You don't need to know where I live. I don't know where you live. So now I'm big on reciprocity. So we walk outside of the wine bar. He's just kissed me, by the way. And he goes, all right, have a good night.
Y'all tongue kissed?
No, I don't like tongue. So he says, okay, have a good night. I said, so I don't get a kiss goodnight? He goes, no, we're good. He said, I have part ownership in this wine bar. I'm going to go back in and handle that. So his ego was bruised.
And his ego was bruised why?
Because now you've been basically semi-pseudo in a weird way questioned by a white woman. Like the race, I felt like it was the race thing. I felt like that for him was a precursor of what's to come. And I don't think his ego can handle a woman questioning whether a Black woman who's on a date with him, and he's older, is okay. That was embarrassing for him, I think. So I'm standing outside the car. I'm in tears. He comes back out, grabs me, kisses me, and I said, don't ever do that to me again. He goes, what? I said, I was focused on you and you were focused on a complete stranger because she asked me if I was okay. He goes, I said, clearly that was racially motivated. And he goes, well, it was more of a reflection on you than it was on me. So I go home. He says, let me know when you make it home. I don't let him know I'm home. I don't talk. I don't say anything. I'm on the flight home from Houston Monday last week. I decide I'm going to finally respond. So I respond to him. His team was coming in town, blah, 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 blah. So I said, I hope you had a great and productive week with your team. I'm going to cancel my hair appointment indefinitely. I had to take some time. I was busy. I was working. I was hosting. I was traveling. I had to take some time to think about some of the things that happened when we went on the date. And next time I see you, we'll talk. And I said, but I just don't think. And then I put ... He sends me a paragraph. And the paragraph says he had a great time with his team. He's glad I'm on my way home and that I had a safe week. It was his late son's birthday this past weekend, so that was tough. He realizes he needs to focus on his grief and not on a relationship, and that maybe in the future we can meet up for coffee, lunch, or a hike. And until next time, take good care of yourself. Now, what you just said to me was, I'm going to go explore other options. But I know that you come from a good family. He said, I feel blessed to have met you. That's what he said. So you know I come from a good family. You know I come from a successful family. You know I come from morals. We had conversations about economics, politics, pop culture, children, family, marriage, travel, the places we've been. Clearly I'm well versed. Clearly I'm well traveled. You're not going to find a woman like me in California. And it's clear.
Because
right?
You're from Mississippi.
Well, no, I'm from Santa Monica, born in Santa Monica, raised in Calabasas. My family is from Alabama and Tennessee. But I don't have daddy issues either. So with that being said, you don't find women like me, born here, raised here, with the values and the moral compass that I have, who are also successful on their own and don't need you, right? So of course you feel blessed to have met me. So I respond and I said, again, I'm really sorry for your loss. And I pray that, I hate that you have to feel that type of pain as a father. And I pray that you didn't have to go through this weekend all on your own. With that being said, we won't be meeting for lunch. We won't be meeting for coffee. We won't be meeting for a hike. And we won't be friends. I wish you the best of luck. I said, but you feel blessed to have met me because I am a blessing. You feel blessed to have met me because I am amazing. And I've always known it, but I never believed it. And now I truly believe that about myself. And with that being said, I am not looking for friends. I have enough of those. I'm not even looking for
Nigga, land the plane.
The plane, I'm landing the plane. The plane is, I'm not looking for friends. I'm not looking for a husband. I'm not even looking for a wife. But I am open to finding a partner. And what you just did was lie. I'm a Black reality star and a Black woman, and that scares you nothing more, nothing less. Please, be well.
Do you think me just listening to this, do you think that he came across you, thought you were pretty, and you were a notch for his belt, if in fact you were willing to play that?